Good evening, folks. I'll be creating a series from the Beacon Pine streams where I play through each storyline segment to an ending in the order I encounter them. Since this is stream content, it will include conversations with chat and footage of my cats. This is spoilers top to bottom, so you have been warned. This is the first ending pulled from our streams. Let's try not to get carried away in hazardous situations in this one. Dear reader,
allow me to introduce you to my book. Though it might at first appear like many books you've come across, it is far from ordinary.
one would expect given that it's writing itself.
You may, therefore, have some misunderstandings about its nature. The story that awaits you has not been fully told. In fact, its conclusion is not yet known, even to myself.
The magical choose-your-own-adventure book.
It is in that way that my book is special. It is in that way that you are special.
Everybody's special.
Without you, there is no story. Chapter 1. Normal isn't what it used to be.
How are you doing today, maybe?
This is a story about change. Nestled in a shallow valley is the town of Beacon Pines.
Roll credits, I guess.
Far from the town square, across the river, past the neglected welcome sign, a young boy walks alone at dawn. His name is Luca Van Horn, and like you, dear reader, he's here for a reason.
There is always something about needing to name little animal creature people after obvious physical characteristics. Which is one of those, if you did that to a normal person, they would generally be wildly offended. Fancy. Oh, isn't he cute with his little t-shirt? Hey, Dad. How are things going? Today's the first day of summer vacation. I start middle school next year, I guess. I was 6 years old when you died. Oh, it's convenient when characters tell you their backstory out loud like that. And it's been 6 years now. From here on out, you'll have been gone longer than you were here. Feels like that should mean something. Mom always said that this tree was your favorite spot in the world. The tree's got some roots. Me too. Little tear. We are greeted by the fluffiest cat. Hey, Luca. I knew I'd find you here. He's got the stereotypical suspenders gesture.
Rollo was Luca's closest friend. He possessed many fine qualities, but subtlety was not one of them.
Well, after I banged on your door till your gran answered, and after I checked the pond, and climbed up to the treehouse, then I knew I'd find you here.
Rollo finally noticed the tears welling in his friend's eyes, and the flowers on the grave.
Oh yeah, right. You and your mom always did this on your dad's birthday. Tactful. Yeah. I didn't know if you were going to keep doing it now that your mom's gone too. Extra tactful. She's not gone. She's just missing. Sorry, I meant to say since she went missing. She's gonna come back, Rollo. Of course she is. His best friend's kind of a jerk. Not necessarily intentionally a jerk, but kind of a jerk. Okay, Dad. See you next time. The little sleeves encompassing most of his hands make him extra cute. think I'm ready to get out of here. Sure, lead the way. Ah. Oh, that's adorable. The achievement was It's a Charmed Life, and it says Tickle. When Tickle went into a bag.
Wonderful! I had a good feeling about you from the moment you opened my book. That charm is a very special thing. Very special indeed.
Very, very special.
Keep hold of it for now. Its purpose will reveal itself soon enough.
They gradually repopulate. See them fading in on the left. The sneeze is extra cute. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. The whole reason I was looking for you. Was wondering if you'd ever get to that. I found the perfect way to start our summer. How's that?
Rollo looked to the side suspiciously.
Not here. They might be watching. They who? Shh, not so loud. We need to do this in a secure location. Mission control. Alright, I just have to tell Gran and then we can head out. What are you going to tell her? I don't know, I'll think of something. It's all the same to you, I'll meet you at the welcome sign. Your Gran still kind of wigs me out. I don't do well with new people. She moved in like half a year ago. Just meet me at the sign when you're done. It was Luca. Seems like they've definitely dealt with Rollo for a long time. Tell Gran before heading out with Rollo.
Dear reader, forgive me for this interlude. Remember that charm you found in the dandelion patch? There are more of those special charms to discover throughout Beacon Pines. They've been known to reveal themselves to those who are willing. Some of them can be found in this very house.
Hint, hint, nudge, nudge. The little jump.
Since Gran had moved in, the house was more peaceful, more orderly, and more covered in flowery fabric.
Happily not the kind of grandparent that also covers everything in flowery fabric and then covers everything in plastic.
One of his father's old stethoscopes. Luca had spent countless hours listening to anything and everything with it. Not for years, though.
I mean, the implication would be that Luca's father was a doctor of some sort, though they could just be a stethoscope enthusiast.
Gran had already lit the fire.
And then left it unattended.
As if by grandmotherly obligation.
As a big old chair. Ponder. Ooze.
Just some dusty knickknacks.
Knickknacks. Thingamabobs.
An array of prepared meals crowded the refrigerator, each labeled with the day of the week.
As an old-timey style refrigerator.
A pair of of dull scissors, a broken can opener, a mostly empty bottle of glue, and some loose string.
Junk. And we're kind of pulling a Dragon Quest on this place.
The only piece of furniture Gran had brought when she
We're
moved
just
in
getting started,
was
Tess.
an old hutch.
It is quite adorable so far. I do like that we have the fully voiced narrator.
Oh my, this is quite exciting. I am now certain that you are the one I've been waiting for all these years. You'll recall I was a bit coy regarding the use of charms earlier. Excuse me, I tend to have a flair for the dramatic.
Said the book.
You are about to encounter your first turning point.
Did the logger have an error? Oh, I see. Yes. A logger to log errors in the logging software. I've run into that with the Noida mod pretty repeatedly is like, but wait, it should record that. If, you know, 1 hour, 30 minutes debugging the debugging logs from the logging logger. Enter your first turning point.
There are certain times in this tale when everything hinges on a single word. Step forth, dear reader. On the other hand, I suppose there's no reason to rush things.
Take that, book.
Gran will be waiting when you return.
They accounted for that. I haven't checked upstairs yet.
Luca paused at his parents' bedroom door. He just wasn't ready to go in yet.
As you arrived a little late, Luca's father is dead 12 years ago. Luca was 6 when they died, and then it is now the 6th year after. So it was died 6 years ago, and Luca is now 12. Yes.
Gran had
Numbers.
commandeered the upstairs closet when she moved in. Some things need shelter from a young boy's mischief, she said.
And periodically searching things, you find these little charms with the single words.
Luca tossed on his favorite old sweater. Even though it was the first day of summer, a chill still hung in the air. Gran's moving in meant that most of Luca's things had been crammed in the corner. Luca was somewhat annoyed by the situation.
Like that the sweater changed.
Gran's bed was undisturbed. Luca didn't mind that she had a habit of falling asleep in front of the fireplace. It meant that he could read late into the night.
Definitely has a nice little storybook feel.
A sturdy old wheelbarrow. A beginner's guide to gardening laid open on the bench.
How to not kill plant. Step 1.
Young Luca would spend hours hiding in the bushes, waiting for a chance to jump out and startle his mother. She always enjoyed humoring him by feigning terror.
Oh, it's so scary. So scary. Well, Gran is like 50% back of her hair. Hey, Gran. I'm gonna go hang with Rolo for the day. See you later. Hold up now. Where are you and Rolo headed exactly? Oh, nowhere special.
The less Gran knew, the better for everyone involved.
We're just gonna go something for the day. Ah, okay.
We were just gonna go chill for the day.
Eventually, all the hair will gather together and form a gigantic hairball, like a Borg cube, but tanglier and gross. We're just gonna go chill for the day.
The best lies are built on truth.
Boys are always in a hurry to do nothing. Airtron 5000 sounds like one of those products that you'd see where the people are saying everything they can to not say going bald in the advertisement. That's until I discovered Hairtron 5000. Now I have the confidence to, we stick to what we're good at. Maybe Final Fantasy XIV, the latest 8-player boss, largely fights you using her hair. Like, the entire arena, all of her attacks are her hair. Exactly, Tess. Yeah, maybe that's Barbaricia. The Fiend of Wind, I think.
Easy.
Good old Final Fantasy IV.
Impressive. You've managed to navigate your first turning point without too much of a mess. That is the power of charms. A single word can change everything. I think it's time to introduce you to the Chronicle. The Chronicle is a record of the decisions you've made.
Oh, I'm getting some David Cage vibes here.
You can see the turning point, which has been revealed. At any time, you can use the Chronicle to go back and invoke different charms, creating new branches.
Oh, well. Assuming the game doesn't, take a nosedive in the near future, this has so much potential.
Luckily for us, this is the one and only turning point where the charms won't dramatically alter fate.
It's the one and only turning point where the charms won't dramatically alter fate.
It's the perfect opportunity to experiment with rewriting things.
The grand jury. We're just gonna go hide for the day.
We were just gonna go hide for the day.
Hide?
Traditionally, when one is trying to hide something, they avoid literally using the word hide.
Oh, I hope this narration continues. It's just the right amount of sass so far. David Cage, making really flashy visual novel games and being very pretentious about it. Yeah, I guess Rolo bet some other kids we could beat them at hide and seek? Question mark? You're a little old for that. Not like there's much else to do around here. Make sure you boys are done playing your little game in time for supper.
All's well that ends well.
And again.
We were just gonna go ponder for the day.
You know, someday I am hoping that somebody does a piece of fiction that is something like meant to be a strong allegory for things like racial injustice and the like, and they don't completely fall on their face when they do it. Not like they get called out for being racist, but that the way they structure the story is completely counter to the message that they're trying to deliver. You know, the classic one. Yes, maybe the what was it, Detroit Become Human or something like that. Yeah, don't make the allegory for a group being oppressed where the people that are supposedly being oppressed because, you know, they're not, because you're calling them different when they're not, are actually very different and really should be have an eye kept on them. The was it the X-Men problem? Mutants are people too, just like you and I. I mean, you've got eye lasers that are capable of destroying an entire city block because you forgot your glasses too. It's a problem we all have. Really, what are you boys going to go ponder on such a lovely day exactly?
This was Luca's chance to sell his alibi.
You know, big stuff, small stuff, medium, mostly medium ponderings.
Nailed it.
Her exasperated tone. Like every time you have a superhero supervillain battle and somebody gets punched through a building causing it to collapse, and they defeat the villain, and everybody's like, "Oh, you saved the city," and you look around at the devastation, you're like, "Did you really?" Yeah, the issue with most of it is that the issue with a lot of those allegories is they end up presenting entities that have fundamental differences and occasionally do have that this person is catastrophically dangerous element to it, where you can point to it and say, that's a legitimate belief that this person might actually be a significant danger, as opposed to this is founded in complete ignorance. Like, there is nothing different except for the appearance of this individual. Or, you know, they have a different religion. They have They like a different sports team than you. They go to a different high school. All of things like that. As opposed to, again, this person is telekinetic. This person can become invisible. This guy has psychic powers capable of, killing everybody in a wide radius around him. Okay, we've done all the 3 little words that we could do. And we've needlessly philosophized on stream. Oh, and Luca? You and Rolo stay out of trouble. I know. That's a quest objective. Rolo seems very excited. Come on. Woo! Dang it, Rolo.
For a town that saw few visitors, the welcome was perhaps more grand than necessary. The road leading to Beacon Pines was long and uninspiring, a sort of natural barrier for the impatient.
The difference between regular philosophy and needless philosophy is they're both philosophy. It's just the one you can admit it, and the other one you don't. You know the drill. Don't let anyone discover our secret path. Subtle.
Chapter 2. Welcome to Beacon Pines. For many years, this valley had been a small mining outpost. It wasn't until Sharper Valentine built his fertilizer company that Beacon Pines was established. Over the next 30 years, the town had grown and prospered, until the foul harvest and his sudden death.
Dun, dun, dun.
In the 6 years since, everyone was simply trying to get by.
I mean, you've got to have a pretty significantly awful event if you're going to call it the foul harvest. Hey, Mr. Kerr. Hey there, pal.
William Kerr was the CEO of Perennial Harvest Company. He had become a fixture around town over the past few years.
Hey, I guessed the name right.
After the failing of Valentine fertilizer,
I mean, it must have been a spectacularly bad harvest. And it's got to be something really bad when it gets a title. It's the kind of thing that when you say it, you can hear the capital letters. It's the kind of thing a very old mechanic or farmer at a gas station would tell the group of traveling teens to stay out of town for. We don't go down that way. That's where the foul harvest happened. Folks round here stay out of it. You should too.
the town was hungry to welcome a new source of employment.
Excited for the big festival? That guy talks with way more teeth than he should. Oh, I'm sure. Come on now, when I was your age, there was nothing more exciting than a town festival. The food, the music, the dancing. But do I have to wear a suit vest to it, sir? How staying right it is. I'm looking forward to letting off some steam myself. Make sure you invite all your little friends. I couldn't keep Rolo away if I tried. Excellent. Sorry, Luca, I've got to get back to the proverbial grindstone. Our harvest awaits and all that. Oh, now. The left side's a little low. Sorry, young Mr. Van Horn. Can't talk now. Very busy with preparations.
Mayor Augustus Valentine was not busy.
Oh, sorry, Gus. How many times do I... It's Mayor Valentine...
Flustered, Gus instinctively loosened his tie.
Keep up the good work. Must briefly attend to a concerned citizen. Huh? It's nothing. Keep at it. Alright, what can the mayor of Beacon Pines do for you today? Oh. Just saying hi, I guess. I mean, the possibilities, maybe. That is what I'm looking forward to. Because... There are words in the description of the game that imply that it can go dark, and I'm really interested. Good day to you, too, young Mr. Van Horn. That button just makes you lean casually against the post. Just playing it cool. Piggy. Hey, Mr. Sinclair.
Mr. Sinclair continued snoring and lifted one eyelid just enough to see who it was, a tactic he often used to avoid undesirable conversation.
Yoo-hoo, Mr. Sinclair. You see I'm sleeping? I'm sleeping, boy. How's the napping today? Crummy as always. Used to have a perfectly nice view from here. Till perennial harvest put that monstrosity of a building in the way. Why don't you just move your chair a bit? Why should I be the one that moves? It's a showdown they want. I ain't gonna be the one who blinks. Come on, Andy, grab his wallet. Sorry, Iggy, I can't. Do it or we pound you. Yup. But my mom said... Yeah, but. If I had a nickel for every yeah, but, I'd be the freaking king of nickels. Ain't that right, Tish? Yup. Very much the thug in the background, wearing a sundress and hat. Check the guy at the sign here. No. Mr. Van Horn, do you have a moment? It's just Luca. Golly, I'm sorry. It's my first week at Perennial Harvest.
He pulled a pen from the pocket of his sweater vest and began to frantically jot something down on a clipboard.
Wonderful. It won't happen again. If we're going to be on a first-name basis, then you can call me Pete. Oh, nice to meet you, Pete. Sorry, what are you writing? Oh, just documenting. Gosh, it's exciting to be part of something so darn special. You know, it's not just new fountains and phone booths. We're gonna change the world. And it all starts here, in Beacon Pines. Isn't that amazing? Uh-huh. Anyway, I'd better get... Oh, that reminds me. We'd love to hear your thoughts. My thoughts? You bet. If we're going to change this town, we need to get every detail right. That sounds intense. Ha! Changing the world is intense. So what do you say? Will you come in and get your thetan levels checked? Could you answer a few questions? I have not played Turnip Boy Commits Tax Evasion, maybe? Wonderful. Open to answering a few quick questions. One down. See, it's not that hard, is it? Oh, okay. We're going already. Question 2. What is something you love about Beacon Pines? Never really thought about it before. Perfect. It's the only place I've lived. See, that wasn't so painful.
Pete stopped scribbling and glanced up from the clipboard.
Was it? That wasn't so painful. I guess not. Huzzah! Our first 3 questions answered in record time. Are you literally writing down everything? Thank you so much for your time. I need to process these answers. We can save the rest of your thoughts for later. Okay. Our harvest awaits. Alright, Roll is waiting up at the treehouse. I like his little walk. Do, do, do. Bounce, bounce. Fishing pup. Hey, Jetson. Is the line playing any tunes today? No bites this morning, I'm afraid. Come to think of it, I can't remember the last time I reeled one in. But hey, it was never about the catch. This is where I come to think. Yeah, that's what my dad used to do here. That reminds me. If you ever want his chair back, I've taken to standing recently. Keeps me from falling asleep at the reel. If you don't mind, I think it should stay. Not at all. An empty chair makes for a great listener.
Whenever Luca saw his dad's chair by the pond, it reminded him of the days they'd pack up a couple of sandwiches and fish until sundown. Luca opened the tackle box and picked the perfect bait. Luca tied a shoestring to the hook. What fish could resist a nice shoestring?
Oh, very cute. Give it a good cast now. You have to reel in a bit faster. Your catch will lose interest. Try that again.
What fish could resist?
Classic fishing game mechanics. Boot! Where do you think the other one is? Hard to say. Sometimes things drift away. That's not fair. No, it's not. Well, wherever it is, I hope that other boot at least has a sock to keep it company.
Luca gently baited a feather onto the hook, good for skimming the surface.
Real, real, real. Rubber ducky. I'll be switched. It's your old rubber ducky. You were just a little drooling ball of fur when you lost that. Cried for days. I told you it'd turn up. Heh. Sure, if we can do again.
What fish could resist it?
Okay, each one is its own. It repeats. Mission control. Authorized personnel only.
The boys had a good thing going. As long as they kept old Jeff happy, they had an endless source of precious materials to add to the treehouse.
The tradition of bolting junk onto the treehouse to make it bigger. Including the plunger cannon on top and the radar dish made out of, it looks like rope in a trash can lid.
After Luca's father had passed, Rollo became obsessed with them building their own Hank atomic star scraper.
Hank Atomic Star Scraper.
It was some time before Luca realized it was Rollo's way of keeping him occupied.
Old Misshapen pillow.
On certain nights, when the clouds were just right, the boys could tune into strange patterns of static. Rollo thinks it's aliens.
Rollo seems to be the type that would think it was aliens.
He always thinks it's aliens.
Exactly, book.
Luca's winter coat decommissioned for the summer. With the cold holding out longer than usual, he reconsidered its usefulness.
Okay, what's this top secret plan to start our summer? So you know the abandoned warehouse by my place? The old Valentine building? Yeah, well, it isn't abandoned. What makes you think that? Get this. Last night it was glowing. Glowing? Are you sure? Kinda. Well, that place has been empty since the foul harvest. Them capital letters. Yeah. Who would even want to poke around that place? We would, Rollo. We would. Wait. It's just a busted old warehouse. I just meant we could do some research at the library. You want to actually go to the warehouse? What do you expect to find? Answers. My mom's out there somewhere. And it seems like everyone wants to pretend that she's gone for good. You don't have to come, Rollo, if you don't want to. Luca, remember that time I sort of accidentally burned down the chicken coop? And you jumped in and said it was your fault before my pa throttled me? This is a flaming chicken coop sort of deal. It's a very particular type of friendship / relationship you have with someone. If you can say something like, this is a flaming chicken coop sort of deal. I've got your back. Thanks, Rollo. Now that I think about it, poking around a decrepit fertilizer warehouse is exactly how I want to spend the first day of summer. Let's go! Seems to have exhausted himself in the sprint. I'm just catching my breath a bit. Go on, I'll catch up. Oh. Game is just too adorable so far. Hey, Miss Nelson. Morning, Luca. Any big plans for the summer? Not really. Heard anything about the old fertilizer warehouse? Any strange happenings? Subtle. Can't say I have. Either way, a dusty old warehouse is no place for a young boy. Be safe now.
Miss Hatch could often be found near the fountain.
Oh, before we continue with this, 1 second, folks.
Too absorbed in a book to be distracted.
Two wandered down the wooded path, unaware of the danger ahead. Oh. Oh, this is getting good.
Luca could see the morning regulars nestled in their booths at the Early Bean.
The Early Bean. Piper? Oh, hey, Luca, what's up? You know it's summer break, right? Of course. And it's like the morning. Correct. And you're studying. Like they say, the early bird gets the proper education required for a successful and fulfilling career later in life. Mm-hmm. Hey, Zariel. Hiya, Luca. Could you please tell this lazy butt to help out in the cafe? Lumi, Zariel would like you. Luca, let me give you a little gem of advice. If you ever do what you don't love, then you'll... If you ever do only what you... Wow. Really setting the kid up for success. Can I trigger that again? I feel like I misplaced words. I mean, the sentence is, if you only do what you love, and it sounds like if you ever don't do what you love.
Holden Wilder ran the local paper of record. The Beacon.
Beacon. Hey, Mr. Wilder. Morning, Luca. What's the day have in store for you? I was wondering if you heard any news about... News? The Beacon knows the news that needs knowing. Maybe something like that, Lunar. Just short-circuited my brain a moment. Any news about the old fertilizer warehouse? Nope. Oh. Rollo thought he saw some lights there last night. Rollo ought to be careful poking around that part of town. The winds of change are blowing. And change is a dangerous animal. Change. Last Chance Diner. Luca, just the fellow I was looking for. Hey, Roxy, what's up? potentially a sister or something to Rollo?
Oh, right. Rendezvous with Roxy. This is an important turning point. The first time where your charms will change the course of fate. And currently, we only have one suitable charm at our disposal. Have no fear, we can always return later using the Chronicle once we find more charms. Well, now I'm just rambling.
I really do like the narrator. It's a good touch.
Where were we?
You see my blockhead brother today? He skipped out before breakfast. Well, not really, no. Can't say I have. Can't say or won't say. Roxy, would I lie to you? Luca, wait up. I almost forgot to tell you. Roxy might be lurking around here. This time, one of her favorite places... This is one of her favorite places to stand around and be useless. Rollo. So we need to make sure she doesn't spot us. Rollo. Why are you doing that turning thing with your body? What, you're not scared, are you? She's harmless. And a chump. And she's right around that corner, isn't she? Get into trouble with Rollo. Ah, that's right. It's been about an hour, huh, maybe? Let's see. What does Twitch say? Yep. It's been about an hour, so Twitch forced an ad. If I had thought about it, I would have turned on an ad for you around, during the break. Don't mind me. Just over here lurking. Uselessly. Oh, hey, sis. Nice weather we're having, eh? I couldn't help but notice you snuck out this morning before breakfast. Wasn't hungry. Also, couldn't help but notice your morning chores were left unchored. Roxy, I'm gonna level with you. I'm sick and tired of digging up carrots. We all gotta pick up the slack since the foul harvest. Almost every carrot I dig up is rotten. Ooh, background. And the rest look like they were hit with Hank Atomic's Shrinko Ray. All the more reason to keep on digging. There's gotta be more to life than puny carrots. Look, Roxy, Luca and I have places to be, so if you don't mind... Oh, I do mind. I'm not gonna catch hell again because of you. So either you march yourself home and harvest those carrots, or I haul you home myself.
Rollo froze as Roxy took a step toward him, cracking her knuckles. Luca knew he had one chance to save his friend from being dragged home.
In the past, he found the best way to deal with an enraged Roxy was to be a little... chill.
In the past, he found the best way to deal with an enraged Roxy was to be a little chill.
Come on, Roxy. It's the first day of summer. The sun's shining, and we just want to take it easy. Let's leave tomorrow's problems for tomorrow. That's great and all, but Rollo's problems have a way of becoming my problems. And Pa always says tomorrow's work is best left for yesterday. Pa's a time traveler by trade. March, you big oaf. Aw, rats. I expect a full report about the Valentine place. A full report! I like how to act chill he walked around the corner and leaned against it. So Fitz, what are you up to this lovely day? Nope. Cool, cool, cool. Casual back of the hand shutdown. And that mechanic, especially how they had the narrator mention, implies that we will get words in the future that we can bring back to particular key junctions. Hey, Dawn. Sorry to wake you. No problem, it comes with the job.
Dawn had dreams of becoming a big-time reporter. At night, she searched for the story that could be her big break. By day, she hawked papers at the newsstand.
What's up? Rollo said he saw something strange going on at the warehouse. You know anything about that? You might say I've heard some things. I'm working on a story about it right now. So what's going on? Can't say quite yet. I still need to follow up on a few leads. Keep me in the loop, okay? Sure thing. Things seem to be quiet in town today. Yep, everyone is preparing for the festival. Should be back to normal tomorrow. Catch you then? Catch you then. Oh, and Luca? I'm really sorry I haven't been able to find anything about your mom yet. I'm just grateful that you tried. There's going to be some sort of, like, lost barrels of, atomic waste or something is one of the possible scenarios. Guess Mr. Fratelli? Miss Fratelli is getting ready for the festival. Sharper Valentine, founder of Beacon Pines. Never underestimate what a great man can do given time.
A bit much, if you ask me.
Indulgent. Hey, Solomon. Apologies, no time for chit-chat.
Jeff's hardware closed down about a year ago. The effects of the foul harvest stretched wide. When there are no crops in the field, tractors don't need fixing.
Looks like the library hasn't opened yet. I'll check back later. Nun Creed's drugstore. Luca, my boy, hold up a tick. Hey, Mr. Nuncreed. I was just on my way to... I just sold the last jar of your grandmother's preserves. Can't stock the shelves fast enough, turns out. Hey, that's great, but I'm actually... I guess Juniper will just have to swing by with more of her lovely jam. Uh-huh. Well, don't let this old man slow you down. Just remind her that she still owes me that dance.
A promise Gran regretted the second it was made.
Will do. She's a fine woman, that Juniper. Yeah, she's pretty cool, I guess. A real fine woman. I gotta go. Sweeter than any jam on earth.
The phone booth was brand new, part of Perennial Harvest's Beacon Pines Reborn initiative. It didn't see much use.
Oh, hey, Luca. Hey, Joey. How's the bug hunt going? Not great. Bugs have been shy this week. Bugs get shy? Oh, sure, bugs aren't that different from people. Sometimes they want to be left alone. If you're going into Weep Wood, just be careful where you step. No bug crunching, got it.
The path led into a small hollow at the edge of Weepwood.
Okay, no turning back now. Caution, electrified fence. Is that sign new?
The fence thrummed with a gentle electric buzz.
Okay, so what would Rollo do if he was here?
Luca often asked himself what Rollo would do, so that he could rule out that option.
I'm definitely not touching that thing.
As sparks flew from the fence,
Zap.
the light atop that section shut off. 2 bulbs remained.
Ah, okay, you can short it.
Luca knew that if he gave up now, he'd never hear the end of it from Rollo. One more to go. The fence's buzzing gave way to silence.
Okay, moment of truth.
Every kid in town knew the old Valentine fertilizer building. Long abandoned, the warehouse once served as the industrial heart of Beacon Pines. Now, it stood only as a reminder of things left behind.
A lot of places like this around the world. I lived in one where there were essentially 2 major businesses. And if either one of them moved out or shut down, it would pretty much destroy the local community.
The dormant building showed strange signs of life.
So Rollo wasn't exaggerating for once. What's going on here?
There was only one way to find out.
Wow, that smells awful. Bad Rollo's not here. He'd have no problem poking around in there. Which implies if Rollo is present, then you might be able to find something else out there.
The water looked almost diseased.
Well, that's got to be some disturbing water for it to look diseased.
It flowed slowly into the woods. The hose emitted a subtle sound. It was actively draining some kind of liquid.
This place isn't ominous at all. Look at those goopy-looking trees. Locked.
Luca thought he heard faint sounds coming from the other side of the door. He pressed his ear against the cold metal to hear better.
A zipper? Footsteps?
The sound of footsteps grew louder.
Hello? Oh. Shit. Oop.
The heavy steel door knocked Luca to the ground. Disoriented, he looked up to see an imposing figure silhouetted in a green glow. It lunged toward him. He tried to scramble away, but felt a gloved hand latch onto his ankle. Luca watched his fingernails leave trails in the dirt as the hand slowly dragged him back through the door, into the lab, into the green light.
So that was the opening line, was this is a story about change.
This is a story about change. It was far from the sort of change Luca imagined for himself. But change is, after all, a dangerous animal. The end?
Question mark? Thanks for watching, folks. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments, and remember to like and subscribe for more.